The Outpost, an American fantasy adventure drama series that premiered on July 10th, 2018, quickly became a fan favorite. The show got renewed for another 13 episodes ahead of the third season launch. After 4 seasons, the show was terminated in September 2021 and ended on October 7th, 2021. So why is The Outpost ending? Stay tuned to find out everything you need to know about why the beloved series was canceled. Why is The Outpost ending? So the question on everyone's mind is, why did CW cancel The Outpost? There are various unverified claims regarding why The Outpost is disappearing, ranging from budget cuts to low viewing. The CW is yet to elaborate or really comment on the show's cancellation, and the reason for the cancellation remains practically unknown. Prepare yourself, as we might never know the true reason for Talon's demise. Her supporters are heartbroken to see her depart. The filming of Season 3 of The Outpost was previously halted due to the COVID-19 epidemic in March 2020. However, cast and crew members were allowed to return to set a few months later. The third season of the fanciful series was supposed to premiere in the summer of 2020, but it was pushed back to October. The network then decided to order 13 more episodes of The Outpost ahead of the Season 3 launch. At the same time, fans had no idea that the show would be no more. Fans believe that the show's abrupt cancellation, which happened only months after Season 4 premiered in July of 2021, will leave key questions unsolved. Unfortunately, not much else is known about why the series came to an end. I mean, this happens with all our favorite TV series. Sadly, all things come to an end. There are probably various behind-the-scenes private reasons why the series ended. Regardless, the series will definitely be missed by many. Basic premise of the show. The show follows Talon, the lone survivor of a race known as the Blackbloods, and is the focus of The Outpost. Talon travels to a lawless castle on the fringe of the civilized world to search down the murders of her family, years after her entire village was devastated by a group of cruel mercenaries. Talon realizes she possesses an unusual and secret magical power on her way to this outpost, which she must learn to manage in order to save herself and defend the world from a fanatical religious dictator. Why The Outpost deserves another season. Okay, Blackbloods, Season 4 of The Outpost has just ended and a lot has transpired. Relationships have been put to the test, conflicts have been waged, old acquaintances have reappeared, and fan favorites have perished. Even though the final episode has aired, many people still have unanswered questions. According to Deadline, the CW has decided not to renew The Outpost, and Season 4 will be the final season. Even though the series has been confirmed canceled, many viewers believe they should give the series another season. Here are some of the best and most convincing reasons why. This show is unlike anything else. There are numerous reasons why The Outpost should continue to exist and have additional seasons. But to begin, one of the key reasons is that it's unlike anything else on television right now. Sure, there are a few fantasy shows here and there, mostly on streaming sites, but fantasy shows are scarce in general, especially those that are broadcast on television rather than on a streaming service. The Outpost is a one-of-a-kind and entertaining, and it's finally a show that fantasy fans can watch on TV once a week. Even among fantasy shows, hardly all of them can deliver both the fantasy element and plot and character development to the same degree as The Outpost. There's a reason why the show's fans are so passionate about it. There are so many plot lines that need to be concluded. It's only fair to give The Outpost another season to close things up the way they want, knowing full well that it'll be the final season. To be honest, there are so many components that must come together. You've got the plot lines of saving Talon and Zed from the old gods, Ren and Janzo's half-human, half-black-blood baby, what to do with the Kavi race sleeping beneath the outpost, Garrett and Talon hopefully patching up their relationship and deciding who will rule the outpost now that Tobin and Felista are gone. There are just a few of the plots left. We know the majority of these were answered or partially answered in the finale, but there are still several plot lines through the series that we need more answers to. The show still has a lot of story possibilities in the future. Gwen, Tobin, and Felista could be able to return in some way. We might witness Janzo and Ren struggle to raise their child in a world where a half-human, half-black-blood child would be frowned upon. And whichever they select to control the outpost, my vote is for Talon and Garrett. It'll be a fight for them, and there are plenty of stories to be mined from that. This series has such a loyal fan base. While the Outpost audience isn't as vast to some others, it is a caring and committed group of people. The show may have a cult following rather than widespread popularity, but that's part of its appeal. And as the show improves season after season, the audience continues to expand. Fantasy shows have a market if networks can figure out how to tap into it. Other series with comparable devoted fan bases have been able to save themselves, and the Outpost is deserving of a second opportunity. The hashtags #SaveTheOutpost and #RenewTheOutpost has already been used by fans. Unfortunately, numbers do count at the end of the day, and the Outpost is unlikely to have the numbers required to save it. That doesn't make it any less worthy though. It's an unappreciated show that, with a greater budget and more advertising, could have attracted a significant audience. Season 4 finale and the biggest moments. Now that the finale of The Outpost has graced our screens, we wanted to take a look back at some of the biggest moments from the finale episode. Watching this episode was definitely bittersweet, knowing that it would tie up a lot of loose ends while knowing this is the last episode ever. Here are some of the biggest moments from the final episode. Spoiler alert ahead, so much romance. Alright, let's begin with all the romance in the finale that we desperately needed. The final episode concludes with an emotional wedding and coronation ceremony for Talon and Garrett. We witness Talon and Garrett decked up in wedding finery, exchange vows, and get proclaimed king and queen of the Outpost, complete with a montage of Talon and Garrett's greatest moments. Janzo's hug and final statement to Talon added to the sadness, and then he goes on to hug Garrett despite their friendly rivalry during the seasons. Great way to end this series for these two. Additionally, Zed added to the drama and hilarity by supporting Talon while also getting one last chance to mess with Garrett. Not only was it good to see Garrett and Talon happy, married, and crowned king and queen, but it was also nice to see all the tiny tributes to the friendships. Munt even had a brief encounter with Warlita, and Janzo's sister, Naya, showed up there. Despite the fact that we didn't get to witness her interaction with Janzo, her interaction with Munt was adorable. The only thing we didn't get to watch was Janzo and Ren's baby being born, which made me sad. To be honest, I wouldn't say no to a Janzo, Ren, and their baby spinoff. We're going to really miss this gem of a series. The action. With the help of Aster, Talon and her pals prepared to face off against the other 6 gods in the finale, except when the time comes, Aster discloses that Talon must murder him, and she must murder his brothers and sisters. Yikes. Talon refuses, insisting that whatever plan they devise must include saving the Kavi, along with Janzo and Ren. Aster, who basically has no choice but to agree, meets his siblings, and Talon and her friends strike as the 7 gods gather. Except that everything goes wrong. After Marvin is enslaved, the Kavi attack Janzo, Ren, and Munt. Talon and Luna are damaged. They barely manage to destroy a few of the 7 gods, and Go takes control of Garrett and Zed's minds. Talon's eventually able to open the doorway Aster showed her way to another planet and send all 7 gods through, ultimately terminating their existence and freeing Garrett and Zed, as well as the Kavi with the help of Luna. For the first time ever, the Kavi have free will, and Ren, Janzo, and Marvin decide to take it upon themselves to teach them about the concept of choice. As it turns out, the Kavi aren't all that different from Blackbloods, and Galwood Outpost eventually becomes a home for humans, Kavi, and Blackbloods alike. It's a genuinely touching narrative about acceptance and inclusion. A truly great way to end the series while sending out a positive message. And there you have it, everything you need to know about why The Outpost was canceled and what went down in the finale episode of the beloved series. Although The Outpost wasn't insanely popular, it had so many dedicated fans tuning in all 4 seasons. It is sad that we won't see any new episodes grace our screen, but all good things must come to an end. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Did you watch The Outpost? Do you think the show needs another season? Let us know down below. But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.